All right, so I understand that you've had other speakers come in and speak on the topic of retirement and wealth creation and things of that nature. Is that correct? No, you have not. Am I the first? Because I'm the best. All right, so we're going to have a good time today. So at your age, I understand you guys are about, what, 18 to 20? Is that about right? 17. 17. Who's 17 in here? Respect that. Who's the oldest in here? 18? No doubt. Okay, cool. Well, I promise you this. I'm going to put you on some information that your like parents wish they had received early on, okay? So before we get started, I need some help here. My man right here, boom. We'll make this really easy. My bad, baby. So check it. What I'm passing out right now is some sticky notes. So all you guys been in college, right? Yes. Don't it bother you? No, that's okay if you haven't. You been in high school? Yes. All right, cool. Does it bother you when you walk into a classroom and the teacher is giving a presentation over stuff you don't care about? Yes. Had that ever happened to anybody? Yes. Right? So I'm going to promise I'm not going to do that today. So what I'm passing out right now is going to be a sticky note. I want you to write down what question you want answered when you walk out of here. So my job is to come in here and spend some time with you to answer exactly what you want to know. And no question is a bad question. So if you have a question, more than likely some of your peers have the same question. So topics we can talk about in this wide open. We can talk about investments. We can talk about stocks. We can talk about real estate. We can talk about entrepreneurship. My job is to give you 2 hours of crazy value so that when you walk out of here, you're going to be in a great situation. And I'll tell you this, I've been in my industry as a financial advisor for 15 years, and I wish and prayed I had somebody who came in and is going to drop the science on y'all that I'm going to drop on you today. Because I promise you this, I would have been a millionaire way before 40 with the information I'm going to give you today. So if you want to know really about this money and this wealth, pay attention, get your pencil paper out, and I move quick. I move super quick. And I'm going to answer these questions. So pass out, you got those sticky notes. I need somebody to collect those sticky notes for me. And I'm going to give you a little bit more background. I need you to understand my background so you understand who you're receiving the information from. Because it's one thing to receive information. It's another thing to know who you're getting it from, okay? So I'm going to go through my background super quick here. I know all y'all on social media, so that's where you can find me, either on the Perry Jeffries or the ECFO. So that's on your, I'm on the Twitter, I'm on the IG, Facebook, LinkedIn, the whole nine. So take a pic of that. We can always go back to that screen if you need to. Definitely want to follow me because I drop science all during the week, okay? So Perry Jeffries, 15 years experience in the financial service industry. I've held positions with 3 Fortune 500 companies. As a financial advisor or wealth manager, I hold a Series 7, Series 66 life, health, and annuities license. That may not mean nothing to you, but have you ever heard of a stockbroker? Yes. Do you know any stockbrokers? Yes. No idea? Somebody said one? Yes, great. Nobody else know a stockbroker? 2. The rest of y'all don't know a stockbroker? No. Y'all lying, y'all know me, I'm a stockbroker, stop playing. So I'm your stockbroker, okay? That's a Series 7's license. Series 66, I'm also an insurance agent. What else we have here, background standpoint? I have a designation here called a Chartered Retirement Planning Counselor. So through the College of Financial Planning, I'm deemed a retirement planning expert. What I'm giving to you is not theory, it's facts. I only deal with results and facts when it comes to getting money. Next thing we have here, I also have what's called a CPFA. I'm a certified pension fiduciary advisor. Again, just an expert in the industry. And then something that may not mean a whole lot to you guys. Who know who Damon John is? Anybody heard of FUBU? Oh, yeah. Anybody watch Shark Tank? Yeah. I work with Damon John. I'm one of his ambassadors for his Power of Broke book that was released. So work directly with him and his team to make sure that we're sharing this information about how to create wealth. And last but not least, I'm also a John Maxwell trainer. So if you're not familiar with John Maxwell, different books, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, 21 Laws of Leadership, you can look those up if you want to. So I'm just giving you that information just so you can understand my background. All right. All right, so let's jump into the first one here. Wow, somebody jumped right into it. First steps to launching my own big time company and business. Anybody with show of hands, anybody want to have their own business one day? All right, cool. Why do you want to have your own business one day? Be your own boss. Respect that. What else? I heard something over here. Somebody said something. What else? Just fire away. No, unlimited income. Okay, cool. Yes. Ooh, work towards my dream, not somebody else's. That is outstanding. Yes.
It's like the same thing, like residual income. Instead of like
I like that. I like residual income. Everybody know what residual income is? Yeah, I heard this is a pretty sharp group. If you don't know, don't feel bad if you don't know it. We just here to share information. Okay, outstanding. So the first steps to launching your own big time firm. A lot of times people overthink entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is super easy. Super easy. This is what entrepreneurship is. Identify a problem. First thing you do is identify a problem. Second thing, become the solution. That's all entrepreneurship is. You find a problem in the marketplace. So think about the microwave. People's like, man, I'm trying to be able to eat food and I got to warm up the oven and all of that. And then somebody invented the microwave. Why? That way you can warm up food a lot faster. Entrepreneurship is simply identifying the problem and becoming the solution. When you get good at doing that, you have unlimited income. Okay? So that's a very basic place to start, but that's the first place you go. And then to launching your own company and brand and becoming your own business, become the most valuable person in the marketplace in your niche. Identify what your niche is. So you may have, a certain water bottle for that matter. Well, who is going to buy that particular water bottle? So identify the problem, became the solution, and also to understanding who your niche market is so you're crystal clear on who you're going to market to. So those are just some first steps, but we'll start there. And probably the most important one is your personal growth and development. Who in here like to read? I keep it 100. I hated reading, going to school. I'm a math science guy. But what's crazy about it is I really got into reading after I graduated. After I graduated, I was like, man, I started reading these books on personal growth and development, books on residual income, investing in the stock market, things of that nature. So again, your personal growth and development, because if you're going to be an entrepreneur in the marketplace, you have to be able to continue to grow. Where financially should you be comfortably to get into real estate? All right, so everybody here that you can make crazy money in real estate? Y'all heard that? How y'all feel about that? You think that's true, false, maybe? What you think? It depends. What does it depend on? The market. Okay, the market and you. So I heard a lot of folks say you, heard some folks say the market. Why the market?
Because if you invest in the wrong thing, then it can always go down.
Okay.
At the wrong time.
Understood. We'll take that. And then I heard you. Somebody addressed that. Somebody said you. Anybody jump on that one? Go ahead.
It's on you to make sure that your houses or whatever real estate you have is up to date and that you can make sure that the people that's come through to buy it want it and you can sell it to them.
Okay, cool. So go ahead.
Also, it depends on you because you don't want to invest in something that's out of your league or you like the income part. You don't want to invest into a big house at first or something like that.
Okay.
A big project, and you can't take that on.
Got you. So the risk involved with it.
Right.
Also, in doing that, you want to know like the surrounding areas in terms of what their houses are going for. You want to know comfortably where you should be pricing your houses, whether it's for rent or actually getting it for sale.
Okay, cool. So check this out. This is a really interesting question. So we heard earlier that I was in real estate, right? So I got into real estate around 2001, and I'm gonna tell my story a little bit. So I don't want to talk a lot about myself, but I got to give you some background here. So I got into real estate in 2001. I'm originally from Akron, Ohio. Okay, moved to Columbus in 2000 as a personal trainer. So y'all familiar with Lifetime Fitness at Easton? Cool. I was one of the personal trainers over there and ended up being a manager there. So I used to manage a staff of about 30 some odd personal trainers. And then one of my clients Younger guy was making some money because I was charging him probably about $5,000 a month for personal training. So I'm trying to figure out how he's affording this personal training. And he said, oh man, I'm in real estate. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take him out for a cup of coffee. So I reached out to him and I'm like, hey man, can I take you out for a cup of coffee? Learn about what you're doing. Guess what he said? Yes. So went to Barnes & Noble, probably $2 cup of coffee. He showed me what he was doing. I said, I can do that because I had been reading the books, but I didn't have anybody that I could sit down with and talk to about executing. So I've been reading the books and was interested and knew I wanted to jump in there. So sat down with him for about an hour or two. We had a conversation. And next thing I know, bought a property, probably 6 months from that conversation. He saw I was serious. We brought about $1 million or so together. We broke away from each other. I ended up having a $4 million real estate portfolio. Okay. So I'm kind of telling you that story because with this question right here, where financially should you be comfortable? A lot of folks think that to move forward in creating wealth, you have to have some certain things in order. And you definitely do, right? So you don't want to jump off into real estate dealing and being a landlord and whatnot and not have any cash reserves because guess what? Things go wrong, right? You might have to replace a toilet, might have a leaky roof. So you want to have enough money to be able to cover some emergencies. And this is with any investment, which is why I like this question. So whether it's real estate or dealing with the stock market or 401ks or whatever the case may be, you want to make sure you have emergency dollars set aside for the things that you don't know what's going to happen, right? But the unknown, absolutely. But most importantly, where should you be financially is not where you should be financially, it's where you should be mentally. There's a lot of different ways to play real estate. Do you want to be a landlord and collect rent? Do you want to buy and flip? Do you want to have a big boy 10 apartment unit? Whatever the case may be. So what I would say is versus where you want to be financially to be comfortable to get into real estate is more so make sure you get some mentorship from somebody who's successful in real estate and then learn the game from there because you might not need to have a lot of money to get in real estate. You need enough money to pay your bills and cover some emergency expenses, but it's not like you got to have, $10, $20, $30,000 to get in real estate. All of us could probably pull some money together right now and go buy some properties on the street. So understanding is what you know. And the best way to get that information is by somebody who's successful doing it already. This is good. How not to live paycheck to, do anybody know somebody living paycheck to paycheck? No doubt. That's outstanding. So check this out. I'll give y'all a pass because of your age bracket, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we got 17 with the 2021. But contrary to popular belief, there are some people out there making a lot of money living paycheck to paycheck. I know doctors with cribs in New Albany living paycheck to paycheck. It's just at a different level, right? So it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. And what I mean by that is this. Has anybody in here done their budget check? Sort of. Folks like, nope. Little bit, nope. No worries. The most important thing you can do today to make sure you don't live paycheck to paycheck is actually doing your budget. And it doesn't sound sexy. It's not exciting. Most important thing you can do today to create wealth. Why? What's the purpose of having a budget? You want to know exactly how much money is coming in. So everybody know their paycheck every week, every 2 weeks? Almost down to the penny, right? You know exactly how much money you're supposed to get paid? No? Oh, Lord have mercy. So we got to go there too. So check it. Make sure you know exactly how much money is coming in, but more importantly, how much money is going out. There are adults 40, 50, 60 years old who have no idea how much money is leaving the house. And that's why they're living paycheck to paycheck. If you get a handle on your budget now, knowing exactly what's coming in, because that's going to change. You guys are young. You're nowhere near close to making the kind of money that you're going to make over the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years. But you need to understand your budget right now. So to not live paycheck to paycheck, you look at your budget. Why? When you start listing where your money is going, it's going to blow your mind. I've sat down with a client here recently and we found an extra $700 in her budget just because she was not really, it wasn't that she was mismanaging. She just didn't understand where she was paying things. So when you go look at your budget, so you might have a subscription to something that you don't even use. Anybody ever sign up for like a subscription, monthly subscription for something? Stop using it, but you're still paying for it. That's money going out. That's money going out the back door. Now, I'm looking around. I don't see anybody with no Starbucks cups in here. Little Starbucks, you got the Star? Yeah, cool. So a lot of folks don't realize, they don't think about it this way. So your typical, if you go get a Starbucks coffee, how much you paying? $5. You get a Starbucks coffee once a day, 5 days a week. How much money is that? For the month, how much money is that? Huh? How much is it? 100? So, how much is it? 150? Okay, so it's 150. If I could probably show you what $150 a month could potentially make you a millionaire. $150 a month. I'll show it to you. That's why I asked if we have Wi-Fi in here. So I'll show that to you later. But let's imagine that you were actually investing that $150 a month. Can add up super quick. Okay? So, yes. Say again? No doubt, no doubt. So I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. All right, cool. So how not to live paycheck to paycheck?
Budgeting.
No, hold on. Know your budget. No. And what's your budget?
Your income.
And?
What's going out, what's coming in.
Okay, what's going on, what's coming in, no doubt. The question is about investing and credit, when to start building. Woo, okay. Y'all got credit cards?
Debit cards.
Okay, so I ask the question again, y'all got credit cards? Yes. Some people do, some people don't, okay. So let me ask the question a different way. When's the best time to start building credit?
Now.
Wow, so y'all got that one down. So the best time to start building credit is right now. So in this world of money, 2 things you better have. What's that? And some cash. Cash, I'm gonna take this from a friend of mine. We do joint presentations together. She says, cash is king, credit is queen. If you ain't got no cash, you better have some credit. Believe that. And if you ain't got no credit, you better have a ton of cash. So the best time to start building credit is right now. So at your age right now, things that report to your credit, they help you with your credit. It could be paying on your student loans, if you're still in school or if you're out of school. Car notes, getting that credit card and paying it off, not having a balance on it, keeping it down in a certain limit. Those are things you can start doing right now to actually start building your credit up. I ran into something, I'll get to you in a second, both of you. I read something here not too long ago, but now it's a service out there that can actually help you build your credit through the rent that you pay. So I don't know if y'all all staying with family right now, or if you got your own spot, but you can reach out to some companies that actually report your rental history as credit to start building your credit, right? If you go and you get a Best Buy card, paying that on time can help build your credit. So the best time to build credit is right now. I have a couple of folks on my team who specialize in credit, and it's an amazing thing. It can be very, very confusing, like how do you build credit? I won't necessarily say I'm a credit expert, but I have a very massive working knowledge of it because credit affects everybody, right? If you have credit, you can go get $1 million loan and not have to put a lot of money down. You don't have credit, you might have to put a lot of money down to get that same loan, or maybe it's not even $1 million loan, or $20,000 loan to get that car. So credit's super important, right? I got a question here, back there. Oh, shoot. Okay, cool. Go. Yep, both of you. So you go, and then we'll go.
Wait, so how does paying your loans build your credit? Like, how do they know?
Because they report. Your student loans report to the credit bureaus.
Do I have to keep up with it?
For sure. Well, the deal is you want to keep up with it, because the deal is things that drive your credit is if you're paying as agreed. When you pull that credit report, and if none of you guys have pulled your credit report, pull your credit report. You can go to Credit Check Total. It's the service I use. Pull your credit report and see what's on there. I hope y'all don't have something on there that you didn't know was on there. A situation where somebody's like, oh, we're going to put the gas in so-and-so's name, right? But pull your credit and see where you stand. But to your point, to your question, yeah, paying your student loans reports. And when you're making that monthly payment and they show that history, that's what's called pay as agreed. And that helps boost your credit score. If you skip some months, they report 30-day late, 60-day late, 90-day late. That's going to drive your score down. So then you get hit with an aha when you go to get a car loan or something along those lines, or get a mortgage, and you're like, oh, I got good credit. And like, that student loan though, you was like 1,000 days late on it. We can't give you the money for the mortgage. So yeah, so student loans reports. Invest in what you know. Invest where you're already spending your money. Okay, so what you said was, so we see the writing on the wall, you know what I'm saying, with the Tesla cars and things of that nature, that we're looking at alternative energy. So it would probably make sense to invest in that, correct? But a lot of times folks get like, overcomplicate this thing like crazy. Where should I invest? Where should I invest? So, is that a Lululemon bag? Yeah. All right, let's go there. Y'all familiar with Lululemon? Okay, cool. So, no. So like the yoga gear, you know what I'm saying? It's workout gear, it's cool. So my wife is a massage therapist. She's in Lululemon every day. So I'm looking at her spending habits, and if she's not getting dressed up with me to go someplace, when she goes to the gym, she's in Lululemon. When she works as a massage therapist, she's in Lululemon. As her husband, and even before me, as her fiance at the time, fiance and her financial advisor, guess what stock we bought?
That's smart.
It ain't that hard to figure out where to invest. So question, where do you guys spend your money? Hold on, who got an iPhone in here? And y'all you got Apple stock? Y'all wildin'. So is Apple stock expensive? So somebody somebody go to Google for me real quick. Go to Google for me, and I want you to put in Apple stock and tell me the price of Apple stock. I'm willing to bet all the money in my pocket is probably cheaper than your phone. How much is it? $190?
Yeah.
How much is an iPhone?
Which one?
Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. How to start, find a multi-million-dollar company, organization. So somebody trying to build their multi-million-dollar organization. This is really cool right here. So I'm gonna tell you a story about my coach. So I'm a coach. I coach entrepreneurs on how to grow their businesses, in addition to being a financial advisor. Well, as a coach, guess what? I have a coach, right? Because there's no way that you will be able to know everything about everything. And also, too, it's great to have a second set of eyes look at something for you, okay? So my coach makes over $100,000 a month, okay? What's wild is he's a college dropout. And so it's kind of interesting here. So I run into this situation, So I run into this situation a lot as I'm managing people's money, and not telling you to drop out of college, but what he, yes, so I'm not telling you to drop out of college, but what I'm telling you is this, is that to create a multi-million-dollar company may not be found in a book. And I know a lot of folks might not want to hear that, but I said I was going to come in and keep it 100 with you and just give you the real, okay? With the millionaires that I work with and that I know personally, you learn some things through academia, which you need, and then some of the things you learn through experience, relationships, mentorships. So give you an idea. My degree is in math and biology. Nothing about that says stockbroker, financial advisor. It's in math. But how did I get into the business? I was in those books. I was like, oh, they making money like this? The difference between linear and residual income? Okay. Oh, passive income? Oh, well, shoot, I can do this, right? So I'm gonna share that with you. So the person who asked this question right here, if you wanna know how to start or find and build your own multi-million-dollar organization, guess what? Read up on the millionaires who did it. So it's something I share with my clients, my coaching clients. It's the word CASE, C-A-S-E. That stands for copy and steal everything. Period. Oh, you getting money like that? If it's legal, don't be doing illegal stuff. Talking about, hey, Perry told me to go out here and get on the block. So I ain't said nothing about get on the block. But copy and steal everything. If you making money this way, why can't I make money the same way? Oh yeah, you making money in real estate? How you do that? I'm gonna go make money in real estate. Oh, you making money in the stock market? Huh. all y'all super smart, super sharp. You just got to find out who doing it and do what they do and then add your own flavor to it. Okay. How would you go about finding out what kind of stock you want to buy? What's the first thing you would think about? Where did you spend your money? And then what did you say? Know what's hot and where do you spend your money? So if you buy Chipotle, y'all pull this up for me. This is going to blow your mind right here. Pull it up on Google. Tell me where Chipotle's stock price is right now and tell me where it was 4 months ago. Did it go down? So it had a bunch of outbreaks?
451 right now.
It's 451 right now? Where was it 6 months ago, 4 months ago?
Well, in 2006 or 2015, it was at its highest, and then it dropped all the way down to like 289 in 2017, and then now it's at 451.
Okay, so hold on here. Did Chipotle have some issues? They found some issues, right? So in 2000, so say what you just get right there in 2017. We just in 2018. 2017 was at how much?
It was at 283.
283. What's it at right now? Okay, almost double your money. It already bounced back. Everybody here want to retire at some point in time? All right, not really. Well, I got some folks that like, I just want to just grind. And that's totally cool too. Retirement is different for everybody. But this is how I use the measures. Well, let me ask the question even a different way. By a show of hands, who wants to be wealthy? Everybody's hand went up. You good? Okay, that's cool. That's cool too. That's cool too. Hands down. So everybody whose hand went up in the air and said they want to be wealthy, how do you know when you've crossed over from being not wealthy to being wealthy? How do you know when you crossed over? How do you know?
I think when it's gonna last, like for multiple generations, pretty much.
I like that. Got a hand? Yep.
If I can make money while sleeping.
Got to make that. You all about the residual income. We're going to mess around and do business. Who else? Anybody else? So check this out. When I'm speaking to my clients and to my speaking in front of folks, everybody have a watch on. If you don't have a watch, you got a timer on your phone, right? So everybody pull their timer out on their phone real quick. They stopwatch, not the timer, the stopwatch. Or if you got a watch on your wrist, look at the second hand for me. This is how you measure whether or not you're wealthy or not. And take this back to your peoples. You measure your wealth in time. Right. And that's when usually people look up at me like, what are you talking about? So all y'all got jobs, right? If you were to stop working today was your last day of work, and you didn't receive another paycheck, how long could you maintain your current quality of life? Right? Now, I heard somebody say a week. I heard somebody was like, man, I got 10 seconds. I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on direct deposit right now. I'm behind on stuff, right? So we laughing about it, but I want y'all to think about that because the habits that you're creating right now, you keep in mind, you know what I'm saying, with retirement, all it is thinking about what the end of mine is. So we talked about time. That's why I want you to write time down, right? Because again, if at some point in time you want to stop working, do you have enough assets? So is it enough in investments? Is it enough in residual income? Is it enough in Social Security for you to maintain your quality life and not have to go back to work? That's what retirement is. So retirement isn't necessarily an age. So to your point with Social Security, that's what I think I had you write down with Social Security, that can be a component to your retirement. Retirement's all about cash flow, okay? If I know my budget, because that's the first thing you're supposed to do to create wealth, right? If I know my budget is the most important thing I can do today, well, it's the most important thing you could do at 20, 30, 40 years old. So when you're at 30 and you look at your budget and I say, yo, how much your monthly expenses? And you say, well, it's about $3,000. I said, okay, so your monthly expenses is $36,000 a year, right? Take 36, somebody pull out a calculator, take 36,000 and divide by 3.5%. Tell me that number. 36,000 divided by 3.5%. What number did you get?
10,285.
Something wrong with your math, unless I'm wrong with my equation. Let me see. 3.5%. 36,000 divided by 3.5%. So I got it. So the number is 1,028,571, right? Y'all know why this number is significant? It's a lot of paper. If he wanted to retire right now and cover $36,000 in expenses, I run a very simple equation where I say, okay, let's take what you need for the year, divided by 3.5% because I'm factoring in inflation, I'm factoring in what I can get in the market, I'm factoring in taxes. That's that number. So if you had this in an account right now and your expenses were $36,000 a year, you probably never have to go to work again for the rest of your life. Okay? Now.
Hi, I'm Kristen and I go to Miami University, and one thing I learned today was how to start a retirement plan, because me being a gerontology minor, this really takes a big impact in who I am and for my future.
How you doing? My name is Eric. I attend Bethune-Cookman University. I'll be a senior this upcoming fall, and I learned a lot about money management, financial management, and just learning where to invest my money, stocks, and it was very successful and teaching me a lot. So I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Perry and everything else.